welcome to another episode of Series C Growthonomics. Today I'm going to talk about a widely discussed and used topic in startups and also widely misunderstood topic. And our topic will be experimentation. So, as you're from the startup world, marketing is running experiments, product is running their own experiments, engineering is running their experiments to optimize the platform or the app, and in the end of all of that, we get a big blob of nothing. Essentially, we have same person being treated from n different ways. It's not a clean sample, and we often don't get very good results. However, experimentation is the key to growth for startups. By knowing that how to optimize those user experiences, those flows, is the key to growth when done right. So it's very important to get experimentation right, but it's very uncommon to see organizations doing experiments well. So first of all, why do you need experimentation? What is experimentation versus analytics? So there are two ways in which you get data. You get historical data, where business is as usual. Going back to or we can take a new example. Let's take an example of an app. It's a freemium app, and obviously one of the metrics that they are going for is growth, and then growth is function of number of free people, number of paid folks. It's a freemium app. And then free is a function of, and so on. Like we talked about analytics agenda, you have your KPIs and your metrics. Now the people, and then there's people who are free converting into paid through some mechanism. So there is the whole mechanics, and let's say 0.1 or let's say 1% of free, 1% of overall base is paid. So in case you have, most of your business problems, 80-90% of your business problems should be solved using analytics. Analytics is analyzing historical data. When you have a hypothesis, for example, you have a hypothesis, a product manager comes with a hypothesis that currently when a user comes across what is often called an upsell hook, something they're using in free app, which is limited. So you only get 2 instances of this in free. To increase that instance, you need to get to pay. That's called a hook. When they come to a hook, what do you present as your options to upgrade? And let's say this organization has an annual plan as well as a monthly plan. And currently what they are offered is an annual plan. And suddenly a product manager comes with the hypothesis that, hey, annual plan requires a significant investment. Let's say annual plan is $100, whereas a monthly plan is $10 per month. And so it's a significant investment. So we should be pitching, in the upsell hook, we should be pitching a monthly plan. Now, this analysis cannot be done with historical data. So it's not a case of analytics, because you've never sold them monthly plans to be able to analyze it. In this is the situation when you would do experiment. So this is one situation. There's 2 reasons why you would do experimentation. One is, historical data is not enough. You've come up with a very good hypothesis of potentially increasing. If we have to make it from annual to monthly, we are going to increase our trial rate or subscription rate by 10%. So that's a very good hypothesis. You will need to do experimentation. The other reason for experimentation is you have for this again, for premium app, you have an LTV model where if between day 60 and day 90 they do a certain activity. If they do that activity, whatever it is, there is an event A that happens. If they do A, then they have 90% chance of subscribing. And you establish that using some predictive analytics model. In that case, you have established correlation where between day 60 and 90, they do A, what we see is highly correlated with paid subscription. If you want to establish causality to actually make a force function change within your user behavior, to insert A in somehow in that process, you need proof that it's not just correlation, which is those people who are likely to be a paid subscriber are actually going into and do this event A. It's not a correlation, actually causation. In order to prove causation is the other reason you do experiments. So first reason for experimentation is purely, hypothesis testing. The second reason for doing experiment is to establish causation, right? These are the only two reasons you would want to do experiment. For most everything else, your analytics should be sufficient. Now, I already talked about the mess that you get because one person gets treatment from many different departments, and there are many other reasons for why experiments fail. We're going to talk about that next time and go deeper into why experiments fail, and then how to do it correctly.